Greetings. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome. Sorry. Greetings. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The name is Reggie Kwabena Deschamps Mills. Reggie Kwabena Deschamps Mills. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, my podcast name is The African Mind, and I drove the inspiration from the Holy Scripture, which goes like, be transformed by the renewing of the mind. Now, Africa, I always say this, apart from fighting against injustice, the next thing ever that the African have to do for himself, that will help the African thrive, heal, become the better version of him or herself, is to be renewed in the mind. So henceforth, the name African Mind. First of all, big ups to everybody who have been supporting this channel, those who are subscribed, new subscribers. Thank you very much. So far, I have 17 subscribers and 46 videos so far. And each and every day, I'm very active and doing my best to my ability and knowledge. And by the great I am who strengthens me, greater he is in me than he is in the world. My rock and my salvation, my rock and the lifter of my head, stand firm. He's my rock. And yes, my God have been great to me. My God have been faithful to me. My God have been everything I need. I've been through the wilderness in this world as a liberator and as an activist. I've been through the wilderness, but I always say this, no matter the negativity, no matter the stronghold that wants to stop me from freeing my people, I'm not moved by them. I'm not moved by negativity, what the oppressor is up to, what the enemy is up to. By my strength, and then I know that I'm not fighting a small person's battle. I'm fighting a battle that is tough. And the Creator, the Most High, doesn't give light battle to a tough warrior. The Most High gives tough battle to a tough warrior. And I'm already prepared for what the Most High have for me in this generation. We're in a generation of renewing. We're in a generation of the African awakening, and we're in a generation of where the Most High is restoring what the African have lost, restoring Africa back its glory. Because in the scripture it says that He's going to restore what the cankerworm have eaten. And Africa, this is the time that the Most High is restoring whatever we have lost. All we have to do is be faithful and have the hearts and having the heart of a warrior, loving our people, and having a heart to sacrifice for Africa and the African continent's well-being. Now, before I even start this video, I always tell you that when it comes to music, everybody has what they support. But despite everything else, when it comes with music in general, I love music, I love gospel music. So what do I love? Music that uplifts people or encourage people. Now, if you are part of the Shatawale fan base, or if you're SM for life, I recommend this website to you guys, that every person who identifies himself as a Shatawale fan should join this. So this is the website here. So if you're an SM fan, if you're a Shatawale fan, so the website is shattermovementfanbase.com. So every member of SM, if you identify yourself as a Shatawale fan, go to shattermovementfanbase.com. Sign up and get your golden car. S for life, SM for life. And I know that the UK event didn't come because I always say this, be transforming the renewing of the mind. We feel big time, but next time, I don't want to go into this, because it's going to be back and forth dramatic, but First of all, everybody's entitled to the opinion. Everybody have a right to support whatever artist they want. But for me, I've been a Shatta fan since 2019, and it's not today that I'm turning my back on him. I'll always be a Shatta Wale fan. And apart from that too, when it comes to my faith, I'll never turn my back on the Most High. I'll be solid. I'll be, he's my rock, my foundation, and I'll always be consistent in my relationship with the Most High and continue to press on forward and always fight for the truth. Okay, now let us go into the video here. So it's titled, Having the Courage and the Mind of a Warrior. This message is to the African people. Now I always tell you that when the Bakra, Muzungu, Ale Tansini, or the Abrofocheme, or the Yevu, or the Muzungu Bakra, or Ubruni was bringing the gospel to the African continent, I told you that some came with their hearts that they care for the African people to spread the gospel, whilst other people also were racialized or radical about racism, that they were spreading the gospel based on supremacy and dominance. Some to belittle or look down upon the African people and to make us slaves and colonize us. That's how some people, that was their agenda. Whilst other people were caring about, African well-being and Africans knowing the truth. So even perfect example in the Philippians, the Apostle Paul talks about the reason why some people spread the gospel. Some is for your selfish gain, some competition, and some too, it is they are building an empire. So you have to understand this. But okay, let's just go straight to the subject. I want to tell you this, that Africans, we should love ourselves. Every group of people love themselves, but except the African, the black person. Who taught you to hate yourself? Who taught you to look down upon yourself? Who taught you that you are no good? Who taught you? That's why I always tell you, be strong and courageous. Love yourself. Stay strong, having the courage and the mind of a warrior. Now, I'll tell you that the same gospel that was used to enslave you, I'm going to use the same gospel to liberate you. 2 Samuel 10 verse 12, it says, be strong, let us fight bravely for our people, and city for our God. The Lord will do what is good in his sight. 2 Samuel 10:12. Be strong and let us fight bravely for our people, city for our God. The Lord will do what is good in his sight. So if you have the hearts of a warrior, mind of a warrior, be strong and courageous. It says that, be strong, let us fight bravely. So if you are fighting for the African people, why are you afraid? Why you are scared of persecution? Why are you scared of what people are going to say? Why are you scared that people are going to turn their back on you? Why are you scared that people are going to call you names? Why are you scared for speaking the truth? Why are you afraid for standing up for what is right, standing against injustice? Fight bravely. Don't fight like a coward. Don't fight like somebody who's blind. Know your targets. African people, black people, stand strong. Let your foundation be built in the Lord. Let your foundation be built in the Most High. Stand strong. You don't have to apologize for fighting for what is good and what is right. Listen, no warrior who has the mind and heart of a warrior and stand up for what is right will be disappointed. Are there people who are going to sabotage you? Are there people who are going to be Judas? Are there people who are going to betray you? It have always been that way. Even in the days of Yeshua, he says that a prophet is not acknowledged or even recognized in his hometown. The Bob Marleys, the Marcus Garvey, the Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Muammar Gaddafi, it is his own people who betrayed him. The Sekou Touré, the Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, his own people who betrayed him. Are they going to be betrayers? Is it because of people are going to betray you, or people are going to sabotage you, or people are going to belittle you, or people are going to distract you in your journey? The parasites, are they the reason why you're going to give up on what you are fighting for. No. Listen, to each his own. I always say this. You don't have to like my message. And my message is not for everybody. And as I always say this, if you don't like this message, all you can do is on your screen, you click the red button and then I disappear from your screen. This message is for the wise. This message is for the one who have been mentally captive and needs freedom. This message is for those who are hungry for the truth. This message is not to make you feel good in your ignorance, your brainwashing. Listen, I always say this. I don't need a Mozungu's validation. I don't need an oppressor's validation to feel my worth. The only validation I need is my own validation and the validation from the Most High. I don't need any coonery, sellouts, validation. I don't need somebody who kills masses behind his validation. I know my worth. I know who I am. And I know what I stand for. At the age of 19, I've always been this way, fighting for Africa people, standing strong, reaffirming my African identity, reaffirming my African self, my Africanness. I'm not scared of the one who can kill the body, but the only thing I'm scared of is the one who can kill the soul. What soul is divine and cannot be killed. Stand up. Are there people who are going to disgrace you? Are there people who are going to accuse you? There are people. But listen, forward ever, backwards never. I'm not looking at backing dogs. I'm not playing the mud with pigs. I'm rather walking with lions. Be strong and courageous. Be strong. And let us fight for our people bravely. Fight for your people. Fight for the city of God. The African has a special place in the heart of the Most High God. Africans, be renewing the mind. Africa, you are like a hidden treasure. Don't settle for less. Africans, Africa continent, know your wealth. Many centuries you have been looked down upon. Many centuries we have been painted as this dark continent that nothing good can come out of it. Africa, rise and shine. For the Lord your God is on your side. The Lord your God you serve is one. He's the commander of the army, and he's the dangerous, terrible one. The one who touched Africa have touched the apple of God. The one who touched the African have touched the apple of God's eye. Africa, rise and be bold. Stand up. For if you stand up and don't be a coward and stand up for what is right, you won't die. Stand up. Persecution is always going to come. Naysayers are going to come. People who are going to sabotage you. People who are going to, the backbiters, the accusers, the one who wants to tarnish your image, the one who wants to defamation of characters, the one who wants to spread rumors, the one who wants to bring down your spirit, all because you're courageous. And let me tell you, a timid, coward person always see a courageous person as prideful. Listen, this is why I always talk about the Shatawali character. People like Shatawali are people, that's why they don't like him, because he's courageous. He doesn't settle for less. You can't buy him. He knows his wealth. He speaks his mind. How many, I'm sorry that I'm shifting a little bit my message. How many people in the Ghana music industry can be bold like Shatawali? That's the thing. But let's get back to the message. Let's talk about our revolutionaries. When Kwame Nkrumah, they said, even the people in the UGCC that time, they thought Kwame Nkrumah was doing too much. Kwame Nkrumah, before he was even fighting for Ghana independence, he was making the statements: forward ever, backwards never. Tomorrow, United States of Africa. Tomorrow, our independence. And people thought he was crazy. Listen, if you have a dream, if you stand on a foundation, if you stand for what is right, If you are sacrificing for the good cause of the African people, people will think you are crazy. People will think you are delusional. People will think that you are crazy. People will think there's something wrong with you. But I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters, if you know what you are doing is right and it's uplifting and it's bringing your people back to reality and it's uniting your people and it's changing things around, why are you afraid of the naysayers, the name calling? Listen, be bold. The Bakra Mozungu Oyibo was going to use your own against you. But listen, the enemy is going to use your own people against you because you are fighting for the truth, for the African people. But be strong and courageous. Do not fear African child. Do not fear African daughter. Do not fear African son. Do not fear African prince. Do not fear African princess. Be bold and courageous. Stand firm. A courageous person, a person on a mission, is always a threat to the enemy, to the kingdom of darkness. If you stand for what is right, if you stand for what is uplifting, you're always a threat. African people, the African continent have been looked down upon. They milk us, take whatever that belongs to us, and say that we are not good enough. But we have to understand this gospel truth, that nobody else can speak highly of ourselves. Nobody else can speak good about us. Nobody can say what is uplifting, what is healing to us, unless we start. Africa will unite. Africa will rise again. The power is in our hands. We have to stand up. You don't need an excuse. You don't need somebody's validation for standing up for what is good, what is uplifting, what is right for the African people. When I started this, people thought I was crazy. People think I was delusional. People make me feel that I'm all alone. But if you are a man of vision, if you're a man and you stand up for what you stand up, you don't need to feel sorry about fighting for what is right. And now, let me talk about the Muhammad Ali character. When Muhammad Ali, those times, black people were not bold to stand in the ring and talk about their blackness and be proud of who they are. Even among Muhammad Ali's skin folks or Muhammad Ali's clansmen or people who look like Muhammad Ali, the black people in America here, they say, who's this loud man? He said he's the greatest. Who is he? Who do you think he is? Let me tell you, the slave mentality have made the black person not feel courageous. They thought Muhammad Ali was doing too much. But now, they understand where Muhammad Ali is coming from. The Malcolm X. Who's Malcolm X? Who do you think he is? He's a loud person. Those times they didn't have black leaders who were speaking boldly. The Kwame Nkrumah. Oh, who do you think he is? The Secretariat, the Muammar Gaddafi's, the America Bear of Guinea-Bissau. They think he was doing too much. Stockley, Carmichael, Kwame Ture. The thing was doing too much. Even among the black conscious movements, they kicked out Kwame Ture because he's doing too much. Let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, be strong and let us fight bravely for our people and cities of our God. The Lord will do what is good in our sight. You think that when you sow a good seed for the African people, it will go waste? Listen, if you have the heart of God for your people, I'll tell you this, the Most High will honor you. Now, many of our leaders who were killed in the struggle, many of our leaders who died for the good cause of Africa, now God is doing what is good in His sight. And what do I mean by that? Now people are mentioning their names. People are mentioning the Kwame Nkrumah. Many people are mentioning the Patrice Lumumba. Many people are mentioning the conscious leaders who laid down their life for our people. Many people are mentioning their names now. Many people are seeing that their dream were not crazy people's dream or not a delusional dream. Many people, many generations are rising up and fighting for that same dream. Let me tell you, be strong and courageous. African child, have the mind of a warrior. Be courageous. Speak up boldly. I'm going to end my video here. My name is Reggie Kwabena Deschamps. I am a Ghanaian Sierra Leonean, black and proud. I love my Africanness. I love my blackness. I love being an African. I love being West African. I love being a Ghanaian Sierra Leonean. I'm proud of my Ghanaian identity, my nationality, my root, my ancestry. I'm proud to be Ghanaian. I'm proud to be Sierra Leonean. So am I proud to be an Anakan. I'm proud to be Limba of this ethnic tribal people. Africans, be proud of who you are. Love your African self. Who taught you to hate your roots? Who taught you to hate your Africanness, your blackness? Be bold and courageous. Being a black person, being an African person is not a curse. It's a blessing from the Most High. Apart from you believing in the Most High and knowing who you are as a person, the greatest ever gift to be proud of is being an African and being a black person. Do not let somebody, African child, do not let somebody kill the African dream. Do not let somebody kill you for standing up or silencing you. People will think you are crazy. People will think you are delusional. People will think or call you all sorts of names. If you want a best person to look up to, remember Job in the scriptures. Job was so faithful. Job poured his all in. He had an accusers. Look at even Meshach, Abednego, and other brothers who were thrown into the fire. They stand up for what they believe in. They didn't shiver. Look at Daniel, who was thrown in the lion's den because he would never succumb to oppression. How much more? Nelson Mandela was thrown into prison. Kwame Nkrumah was thrown into prison. Malcolm X was thrown into prison. Martin Luther King was thrown into prison. Many leaders who stand up for the African people and the black race was thrown into prison. Thrown into prison and going through wilderness. Is that going to strengthen you? Or you going through the prison wilderness is going to weaken your spirits? Be bold. I don't care if I'm thrown into prison. I'm not care if I'm going through wilderness. Or my oppressors are going to put me through wilderness. But the Most High that I believe in is a terrible, dangerous one. My God I serve is a God of war. God who's warrior. A God who fights for the one who's been oppressed. That's the God I serve. The God of love and justice. So African people, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. You never walk alone. The Lord is your light and salvation. Whom shall you fear? African black man, woman. Who shall you fear? The Most High is your light and salvation. You never walk alone. You never walk alone. So be encouraged. The wilderness experience. The wilderness experience. Sometimes, I'm not talking about physical wilderness or prison. I'm talking about this thing. Sometimes what you're going through might feel like a wilderness. But never shiver. Even though I'm a Shatta Wale fan, there's one song I listen from Stonebwoy, and it says this: no matter how many more, no matter how many less, no matter how many times I go through the wilderness, to get through me, you have to go through God first. And that song is deep. And even when you listen to Shatta Wale's music, he said if you talk about the yellow, talk about the purple. This guy is about be careful. What God cannot do does not exist. I'm not baby that you can breastfeed. Listen, these are inspiration words from Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy that I'm putting in this video to encourage you if you're standing up for the African people. Fela Kuti says this. Fela Kuti, even Fela Kuti who stand up for the African people and the Nigerian people, he was a threat. So listen, when you're fighting for what is right, and everybody makes you feel comfortable, and everybody makes you feel good, and everybody sing your praises, then you're on a wrong mission, my brothers and sisters. To stand up for what is right, you're going to have enemies. You're going to have somebody who's going to make you feel little. You're going to have people who are going to shut you up. You're going to have people who are going to be a thorn in your flesh. But if you know your worth, if you know what you're called for, and you know that to each his own, and you're not called for everybody, you're at peace. Listen, I don't want to be everybody's favorites. The only person's favorite I want to be is for the African soul who's hungry for liberation. That's the only favorite I want to be. I'm not for everybody. Same thing, I'm not for every African. And what do I mean I'm not for every African? Some Africans, they don't like the way I talk and the way I think. To each his own. Because such people always want the Oyibo, Muzungu, Bakra, Alatesini, and also the oppressor's validation. But I don't have time for that. I'm called for the one who needs to be liberated. And that's what I'm here for. Africa unites. African unity is our priority. Unite or we perish. And even if you do African tribalism, I don't represent you and you're not my brothers and sisters. If you discriminate based on the tribes you are coming from, you are not my African brother or sister and I have no relation with you. That's simple truth. And I have no relation with somebody who wants Ubruni's validation or who kiss Ubruni, master's puppets. I have no anything in common with you. To each his own. So, thank you for the subscribers. 17 videos. Sorry, 46 videos, 17 subscribers. We started this podcast May 2026. And I'm not giving up. No matter the difficulties, no matter when sometimes my spirit is down. But I always pick this camera and speak. Because I'm called on a mission. A man with a mission is a man with a vision. I'm out. Africa, stand up. Africa unites. African unity is a must. Have the courage and the mind of a warrior. Do not think less of yourself. Do not think like a slave. You're a free man. Think like a warrior. African child, think like a warrior. My next video is about Africa. Hidden treasure. Fight for your rightful throne. Do not settle for less. Know your wealth. It's my second video. One love. Peace.